Hello and welcome to Rugby School for the final, the Schools Sport Magazine Under-14 Cup. It's Rugby School hosting YSGOL GLANTAF from Wales. Rugby against Glantaff in this Under-14 Cup final. Only the second iteration of it. And we are in for a very, very special afternoon here on the Close, the birthplace of the game. Here at NextGenXV, we've been back and forth from this location constantly throughout April, bringing you their bicentenary celebrations as we celebrate 200 years of the game of rugby football. But now it is into school rugby here on the Close and this Under-14 Cup final in the School Sport Magazine Cup. And we may as well have a look at the two teams that are going to be taking part this afternoon. And Rugby School, first of all, the hosts. This final, by the way, moved here as part of these bicentenary celebrations. It was supposed to take place elsewhere, but Rugby have offered to host, and Glantaff generously agreed to come across for what will be a very special occasion. And Rugby School are led by their fly half, Harvey Fisher, who is alongside George Grucock in the halfbacks. Centre partnership, Max Taberner and Jimmy Loftus, and that battle in the centre is going to be really interesting too. Try-scoring geniuses in the 13 channel. In the back three for Rugby School, Joe Jaggard, Bertie Morris, and at fullback, Henry Tutal. Up front, in the front row, Ollie Harrison, Robbie Robinson Parker, and Charlie Guest. While in the second row, Finley Johnson and Kakan Ng. Back row, Fred Harold, Sam Taylor, and Jordan Johnson. And on the bench for Rugby School, Jack Hall, Freddie Cauldron, and a couple of lads getting a chance as well, Hugo Hind and Bobby Song. They are coached by Nick Jones. They've been a formidable outfit so far this season, Rugby School. They have not lost here at their home ground all season. Will that change? Well, Glantaff will be the side looking to change that. And they are led by number 8, Effin Jenkins, with Gethin Dean and Gruff Dafford either side of him on the flanks in that back row of the Glantaff side. In the second row, Josh Courtney and Gethin Long. And up front, Brooklyn Gibbs, Will Davis, and Isaac Actie. In the back line, well, the halfbacks are Finn Evans and Tom Prickett, while in the centres, Owen Howard, and as I said, to look out for in that 13 channel, Harry Morris. And in the back three, Javon Herbert, Tom Hughes, and at fullback, Sam Husband. Their bench, Kai Llewellyn, Noah Cork, Ellis Phillips, Dan Corgrace, Effian Dineen, Henry Bennett, Owen Jones, and Antonio Corrado. They are coached by Rydian Garner, and Glantaff, let me tell you, have real experience in this competition. It's only in its second year, but Glantaff last year reached the semi-finals, losing to Epsom College, who went on to beat Northampton School for Boys 15-12 in that final. And as you can see here, the crowds have been building. We are back in school term time here at Rugby School, third day of this summer term. And a very exciting day it is too. Been told that the under-14 year group, that first year group in the school, have been given the time to come and watch this game, and I can see a few Glantaff players and pupils lining the touchline as well. It's a popular touchline already. Rather unfortunately, they've all chosen to line up predominantly on our touchline. It's a shame because we can't show you them on our cameras, but what you can see is a tunnel through which both Rugby School and Glantaff will emerge from the pavilion on the far side. A tunnel of Rugby School under-14s peers from their year group who have gathered there, ready to go here on the Close. As out come Glantaff onto the field, old big side, where William Webb Ellis first took the ball in his arms and ran with it. Glantaff emerged then in those sky blue and dark blue hoops. A fantastic run they've been on to get here. Early on defeating their fellow Welsh sides Dyffryn-Aman and Whitchurch High School before crossing the border to England to take on Kings Worcester for a tight win over Stowe, and then into the quarterfinals against Sherborne and the semi-finals against Harrow as Rugby School emerge in white onto old big side. Undefeated at home this year, Rugby School, as I mentioned. played 15, won 13. Only a draw away at Bedford and a tight defeat away at Stamford, a loss that they avenged in the 5th round of this cup when they beat Stamford 19-10 back in February, having previously in this competition beaten Bablake, Warwick, King Edward's, Birmingham, then that game against Stamford before a quarter-final against Hitchin Boys. It was an absolute thriller and a stunning semi-final victory over Queggs Wakefield. Well, we are ready, or just about ready. We're waiting for the referee to make his way towards the halfway line. Two teams are ready. Team of 3 officials here in yellow. 2 touch judges are in position. The referee just drops his boot bag on the halfway line and gets his ref mic attached to him so that we can hear what he's saying to us throughout the game. Which gives me just a moment to talk about what a special occasion we have here today. Of course, any cup final is special in this under-14 School Sports Magazine Cup final. Particularly so, there will be a trophy presented at the end to the winners, which they will get to keep. It's a new trophy produced every single year, and each player will receive an award as well, but made all the more special for being played here on Old Big Side, on the close here at Rugby School, in this most special of years for the game of rugby football. And it looks as though it's going to be Finn Evans of Glantaff that takes the kick-off here. Resplendent in his orange headwear. Referee looks as though he's all ready. He is indeed, and we are away. Evans hoists the ball, and it's a good kickoff, well caught by Rugby School. And first up, it's Jordan Johnson rather, the number 8 for Rugby School. Son of Wasps legend Ashley Johnson. An early scrum opportunity here for Glantaff.
Okay. Hookers on the mark, please. It's just
Who have brought a sizable crowd with them. This near side touchline is absolutely packed full.
A little closer, please. A little closer. Thank you. Crouch.
As Evans gets set to put the ball in.
Set. Hold.
That's to the tail and picked up by Jenkins, the skipper. Jenkins feeds it out wide to Harry Morris, the try scorer supreme.
No hands. Tackle it away.
Early pressure here from Glantaff. Gibbs takes it in. Now Acti.
Tackle it out.
But a penalty to Rugby School. Fantastic work on the floor, and Rugby School go quick, sensing that there may be a counter-attacking opportunity in play here. As Loftus goes charging forward, but he was held. And Glantaff will have a penalty, but an early sign there of the threat of Jimmy Loftus. 33 tries he scored for Broad Street Rugby Club last season. And that battle between him and Morris already looking like one that could be a big story here in this final.
No!
Evans digs it out. Dafford battling through there. Good continuity this, as Jenkins is just hauled down. Big counter ruck from Rugby School, and it earns them the penalty. It was Fisher.
Leave it alone on the floor.
With the big counter ruck, the skipper and fly half. Fisher's kick just finds its touch, just shy of the halfway line.
On the line, blue.
Fisher, who
Line.
joined Rugby School, having been at the prep school at Princethorpe College previously, just down the road.
Nothing early, please, Blue.
So too Loftus. Been working that 10-13 combination since they were youngsters. Johnson throws into the line out and goes off the tail, and now it's into Loftus's hands, and Loftus is making the breakthrough. He's one-on-one with the fullback, but hauled down brilliantly. And turned over by Glantaff as Daffyd emerges with it. And Glantaff now looking to spread the ball. Jenkins again, just held. Glantaff looking to find some space here on the left wing through Herbert. But Hughes it is, wearing 14 but playing on the left.
And release!
Glantaff.
No!
Having to work so hard at this breakdown, and it's been poached, and away comes Fred Harold. And Johnson with the audacious offload over the top. Rugby School threatening, and again Harold gets his hands on the ball into Fisher. Fisher just has a dabble himself. Grucock tidies up at the base. Johnson now. Harrison takes that one in, beats the first tackle into the 22.
2 out!
Grucock to Harold. Harold getting through a mountain of work in these opening minutes. Taverner to Loftus. Loftus, it's through again. Loftus inches from the line as he held up. Oh, great work from Glantaff in defence. I think it was Tom Hughes that got himself underneath the body of Jimmy Loftus. But already Jimmy Loftus having a big impact on this game. We see the replay again. From Tabner to Loftus. Loftus just goes on the outside, and it is indeed a brilliant tackle from Tom Hughes. Gets himself underneath Loftus, latches on the ball. Now, under 14 level, my assumption is we don't have goal line dropouts because it's a 5-metre scrum to Rugby School.
Stand up. Okay, scope with the gap, guys. Have a nice gap, okay? Nothing early. Hold the pressure. Okay, front 4 forward.
An attacking opportunity here. Will Johnson have a think about a dart round the blind side? Grucock feeds the scrum. It's a good scrum from Rugby, and Grucock moves it to the left-hand side to Fisher, back to Loftus, and Loftus this time he's going through. Jimmy Loftus. Oh, he's going to take some stopping this afternoon. Here's the Rugby School outside centre, Jimmy Loftus. Try-scoring machine for Broad Street Rugby Club, and in try-scoring form for Rugby School here. It was a simple switch. Fisher to Loftus, that Princeton College partnership from prep school. And Loftus scything through back against the grain of the defence and across the try line for the opening score in this School Sports Magazine under 14 Cup final. Fisher standing over the conversion. Left-footed kick. It's a slightly more favourable side for him. He's had a wonderful start as well. Solid strike. Just through. And Harvey Fisher adds the extras to give Rugby School a 7-0 lead here against Glantaff. Jimmy Loftus there, the try scorer. What a start to the game he's had. And what a start for Rugby School.
space.
Can Glantaff get back into this one fast? We saw in those opening couple of minutes that they had plenty of threat, that chance down the right-hand side. We know if they can get the field position, they've got the quality. These two sides should be very evenly matched.
Let's use it!
At the recent Rosslyn Park National School Sevens,
On the way, tackler! Leave it!
they both reached the quarter-final stage. Rugby School going down to Eton College. Glantaff going down in sudden death against Wellington College, and those two sides would go on to meet in the final. So we're expecting a pretty even contest here. As dancing away from Loftus goes Owen Howard, and Glantaff looking for a bit of joy once again down that right-hand side. That's where they were threatening in the opening minute or so of the game.
Scrum advantage.
Turned over by Rugby School, but the referee was playing scrum advantage, and we've got an injured player. As the Glantaff player is escorted off field. Not looking in too bad a shape. No chancing to mention our partners here at NextGenXV, Limitless, the sportswear arm of School Blazer, and have provided us with our very warm and very comfortable kit here at NextGenXV. Being excellent partners to us. Have Limitless, do go and check out what they've got on offer. Back underway though, Rugby School
Set.
with the scrum.
Hold.
And Grucock feeds the ball to Fisher, to Taberner, to Loftus again. Loftus with a good offload to Tutal, the fullback.
Tackle away.
Grucock having a little dabble around the fringes, back into the hands of Loftus. He gives it to his centre partner, Taberner, who is hanging in the outside channel, and Rugby School doing a good job of keeping the ball alive. Finley Johnston, I think it was, that took that one into contact, as Ashley Johnson now evades the first tackler and is driving through, looking to get the offload away, but decides against it. Grucock, Fisher now has a go himself, tries to get the offload away. Goes backwards though, says the referee. So we keep playing. Lightning fast ball for Rugby School at the breakdown currently. But a penalty to Glantaff. Effin Jenkins, I think it was, that was over it, or possibly his back row partner, Gruff Dafford. As Tom Prickett goes on a bit of a wander, a fly half. A good footballer as well is Prickett. Cardiff City and Welsh Schools under 14 footballer. His team here have a penalty, but they'll be called back from that. Evans
White 6.
Going from in front of the mark. Evans, that's a beauty of a kick from Finn Evans.
Nothing early, take the line please, nothing early.
Rugby School accused there of not rolling away. What a kick that was from Finn Evans. Gives Glantaff a real opportunity here. Uncontested line out, remember, at under 14 level, and now they set them all up. Johnson is all over the ball though, as Rugby School look to repel that drive. Goes to ground, and it's going to be a Rugby School scrum.
No, scrum. 8 through the middle.
Jordan Johnson getting his hands on the ball there.
Okay. just right.
Absolutely brilliant. I've just spotted his father in the crowd, I think, as well. The former Wasps hooker comeback rower.
Good there. Crouch.
Rugby then. We've seen ambition from them from
Set.
inside their own 22 already today.
Hold.
Well, we see a bit from them here.
No.
Fisher, ball goes to his feet, so he just nudges that one off the field and up to around about the 22. And Glantaff will have another decent opportunity here to launch something.
Just wait for me. Okay. Yes, of course. Just hold, just hold. Close the gap wide, please, just a meter. Thank you.
Glantaff. Get it set up. Johnson was close to it that time, but this time not on the ball. So the ball rumbles on, and Glantaff are making good yards here, moving in field slightly. Goes to ground, so now they'll look to the back line. Cutting against the grain goes Owen Howard. Big carry from the inside centre. Evans to Prickett. Prickett has a go himself out the back to the far side. They're inches short now. Oh, Glantaff, but it's another penalty to Rugby School. Sam Taylor, the former Bilton Grange pupil, all over that one. Crucial turnover for his side. Right on their own try line.
On the 5, please.
And Sam Taylor. Well, it's probably not too much of a stretch to say that that intervention has kept Rugby School in front. We see it again here. Glantaff did really well to work it so close, but Taylor there, limp it like over the ball. Rugby now with the line out. Jordan Johnson is, well, he's acting as a hooker comeback rower himself, actually, throwing the ball into the line out. And they go off the top. It's a good move, this, from Rugby School. Into the open space they go. And there could be some space down the blind side here. They're darting back across. They go with Bertie Morris.
Right 14, holding on. To your left.
Brilliant work, though, from Glantaff to rescue that situation as Evans hoofs it off the field. A searing break it was from Fisher across the halfway line. And once again, it was lightning fast ball for Rugby School, who went down the blind side through Bertie Morris. And who was it over the ball?
Off his head.
Owen Howard, the inside centre.
No hands.
Could have been mistaken for a back rower with that work at the breakdown. Crucial intervention for his side, who have another penalty here, and they go fast through Prickett. Gruff Dafford, the open side with the kick there. Ball finds its way towards Fisher. He finds Taberner. The pace of this game is astonishing so far. Johnson gets a good offload away. Fisher now. That ball's just spilled though. So Glantaff will have a chance to go. And Howard.
He was good there. No advantage.
Once again though, Taylor preventing that play from developing any further with some more good work at the breakdown. So Glantaff will come back for the scrum. Smart offloading between Johnson and Taylor. Ball was just spilled, which leads to this scrum. Rugby School defending this one pretty flat. Tutal in the backfield is shallow. will go again.
Feet are off the ground there, just be careful, okay? Watch your angles, all right?
Some things don't change, eh? Whether it's senior rugby,
If you keep the gap,
under 18s rugby, under 16s, or even these under 14s.
same ball.
The
Crouch.
scrum is always a tricky one for the referees.
Bind! Set!
Evans gets it in, hooked back by Davis. Evans feeds Herbert. Husband then moves it further, and Herbert back on the ball again. Glantaff keeping this one alive with another offload there from the deck to Harry Morris. Gibbs takes it in. Loose head, setting the platform here. Flat again. They go, and Dafford is met.
Lost now!
Tom Prickett.
Underway, tackler!
The Welsh national anthem is ringing around the ground.
Not held!
Evans. Well met by Taylor. What a game Taylor is having. Glantaff still in possession, but it's bouncing, difficult ball, but they've rescued the situation somewhat as Sam Husband has a little dart, and Sam Husband is through. Sam Husband, 1-on-1 at the back. Met well by Tutal, but Husband still has the ball. Glantaff now with an opportunity. Evans goes to the right-hand side to Morris. Morris
Now.
almost to the line.
Last feet.
Through they go. Glantaff across the line. Isaac Actie, the try scorer. And Glantaff are right back in this one.
Coach. Stay off, please.
It all came from that Sam Husband break. Got himself close. They moved it to that right-hand side, and then Actie running a beautiful short line to go crashing over. Morris there, the top try scorer, went close. And then Actie, from inside to out, had the power to get across the line. And to give his side a chance to level this one up. Conversion is struck well. Conversion is struck very well. Tom Prickett converting Isaac Actie's try. And we are all square here in the final of this School Sports Magazine Under 14 Cup. 7 points apiece. Fisher gets us back underway, claimed by Prickett. Prickett just puts boot to ball. That one's going to run and run and run. Tutal collects, running laterally but finding some space for Fisher, who takes that one in. It's turned over by Glantaff. Oh, brilliant work on the floor, and Glantaff go quick. It was Owen Howard once again doing the hard work at the breakdown, the inside centre, having some kind of a game. The referee just blows his whistle for a knock to one of the Glantaff players. What a final this is. 7 points apiece. Creeping up towards half-time. Absolutely fantastic game. And you can see out there part of the rest of the close being the entire of this space here, these main playing fields here at Rugby School. And the pitch we're on, Old Big Side. You can join us throughout the rest of the year for yet more action here on this famous field. Some special events coming up in June, not least a reenactment of the game, which should be, of that original game, which should be very interesting. Legends games, England and Wales versus Ireland and Scotland. And here on Next Gen 15, every single rugby school first 15 home game of 2023. Back underway, Glantaff get the ball to the back of the scrum, and Prickett tries to feed the back line, but it's spilled and Loftus has it. Loftus goes powering through, but Prickett gets the tackle in. Well recovered by the fly half. And then a knock on from Rugby School sends the ball back towards Acti for Glantaff, the try scorer. Glantaff and their skipper Jenkins now.
Advantage over.
Prickett to Howard. Howard. Pass doesn't quite get to hand. It's been knocked on, but it's also been turned over by Rugby School. But referee says no advantage, so we'll have the scrum. But Glantaff really growing into this one. It was a big tackle from Fisher, actually, that dislodged the ball just as Howard was trying to get the pass away. Howard, who's been an absolute titan in defence for the Welsh side so far this game. Grewcock to Fisher. Fisher has a go himself, and Fisher breaks through, crash ball fly half. You don't see that too often. Big counter-attack from Glantaff, and it's been pinched by Acti and into the hands of Howard, and Howard just breaks to the right-hand side, looking for some space, and he finds his man Josh Courtney, the second row, hanging out there on the right-hand side.
Straight down.
Penalty to Glantaff. Will Evans go fast? And his skipper Jenkins just says, hold your fire. Let's get that one down into that far corner as far as we can. Plenty of noise coming through from the touchlines here. Bit of competition between the Rugby School faithful and the travelling Glantaff support, who are giving us a wall of Welsh song.
Stay back. So listen, now you're right. Penalty advantage. Too white.
Glantaff playing with penalty advantage, so that knock-on won't matter too much. And a chance to go even closer to the corner here. Evans will look to that corner, and it's another absolute cracker. His kicks to the corner have been one of the outstanding aspects of his play today.
Last play, gents.
Last play of the half, says the referee. Can Glantaff finish with a flourish? Or can Rugby School repel them? The maul is set up and set up nicely. It's to the tail. Rugby School doing their best to spoil it and doing reasonably well to bring that one away from the danger area temporarily. As Prickett has a dart himself, and now Jenkins, and Jenkins is through. Effin Jenkins under the posts. And Glantaff do finish this half with a flourish. The Welsh side turn around that early deficit, and we'll head into the break almost certainly with a 14-7 advantage. Prickett had the first go after that maul came down. And then Jenkins with a pick and go around the corner, finds a bit of space and gets himself underneath the posts.
No.
And it'll be Evans rather than Prickett with a conversion for this one. Slots it through, and Glantaff will go into half-time with that 14-7 lead here in the final of this School Sport Magazine Under-14 Cup. Ethan Jenkins, there he is. In fact, not quite there he is, but you get the picture. Look back here at how that try unfolded. Prickett ran short, and Jenkins, alert, as you'd expect any good back rower to be, just spots the space, fires himself around it, and underneath the posts. Oh, what a final we have on our hands here at Rugby School. The hosts trailing their Welsh visitors 14 points to 7. And it has been quite some game. We've seen some real talent on both sides. Look back here at the opening try of the game. Rugby School, remember, scoring that first try, and it was the try scorer supreme, Jimmy Loftus, who got across the line. And Loftus, in fact, had already been across that line moments earlier to set up this scrum when he was held up. No danger of being held up. Just a few seconds later as he went charging through. Harvey Fisher converted that one, an absolutely brilliant conversion with his left foot for a 7-0 lead. And at that point, it had pretty much been all Rugby School, but Glantaff worked hard and worked hard, and this right-hand corner of the pitch has been their friend all throughout the game. They worked it to that right-hand side, and then cutting back against the fringe was the tight head prop, Isaac Acti, for a score that would level the game up once Tom Prickett had landed an equally impressive left-footed conversion to the earlier Fisher one. It was great work from Acti. Just spotted there was a bit of a gap between the defenders on that left-hand side of the breakdown. And then that try that finished the second half. Acti, the previous try scorer, offloading to Prickett. Prickett took it in on that flat line. And then Jenkins, Efan Jenkins, the skipper, and number 8 for Glantaff, getting himself across the line, putting that ball down with quite a thud. Finn Evans converted, and that sends us into this half-time break with Glantaff leading the host Rugby School 14 points to 7. We're almost ready then to kick off this second half. Harvey Fisher, the Rugby School fly half, will be getting us underway. Rugby School, just a reminder, playing in white from right to left in the second half. Glantaff will be in the sky blue and dark blue hoops on the left-hand side, and Fisher gets us underway. Rugby School, that strong start to the game, but trail now 14 points to 7. Can they turn it around, or will Glantaff claim a very memorable victory here in this final of the Under-14 School Sport Magazine Cup? Epsom College, the reigning champions, defeated Glantaff at the semi-final stage last year. With the Welsh side claim the victory this time around. They're certainly in the driving seat now.
Okay, guys, switch back on.
But there is a long, long way to go in Rugby School in this 200-year anniversary of the game. We'll want to make it as special as possible. We saw the exploits of many different age groups at the recent Rosslyn Park National School Sevens, including the under-18 side winning the Vars. They are keen to make this year as special and memorable and indeed successful as possible. A couple of changes. I can see Jack Hall there on the blindside flank for Rugby School.
Crouch. Bind.
A Yorkshire farmer, I'm told. If anything screams back rower to me, it's Yorkshire farmer. Jordan Johnson breaks off that scrum. But it's been lost forward. Glantaff will have a chance to escape. Prickett just sends it straight down the field, which is going to give Henry Toutal a little chance to counter. Counters well, but his offload just comes off the knee of Charlie Guest, the former Spratton Hall man.
Don't play it right, don't play it right.
Huge contest at that breakdown as through go Rugby School, so we'll come back for the knock-on, I believe.
White, stay up, please. Yeah? Knock forward, no advantage.
And, Guest making the point, I think, that did in fact come off his knee, but the referee says it's brushed a finger or something on the way through as well. In fact, it looks as though in this second half, Guest has moved from the tight head position to hooker, and it looks as though Kakan is playing a tight head. I'll try and confirm all of that up for you. Does indeed look that way, because I think Freddie Caudron has come on in the second row there. You can just see with the black scrum cap on. Former St Hughes man back in his prep school days.
Crouch.
So a bit of a rejig in the pack for Rugby School.
Set.
Putting that Glantaff scrum under pressure. Howard, what a first half he had.
Play.
Possession, just moving it out to
tackle,
Tom Hughes.
Advantage.
Glantaff playing with advantage
Blue, no
from
advantage.
a high tackle.
High. Number, the number. 14 white. 14 white, higher please.
Another good touch finder from Glantaff. They'll have the line out just inside the Rugby School half.
2 meters, thank you. Thank you.
And once again, they set up the maul. It's been their go-to line out time, has been to set up the maul. But once again, Johnson's made a mess of it. This time, he's made a mess of it illegally, though. And so Glantaff will go quick through Gruff Dafford. And Rugby weren't back 10. So Glantaff playing with a bit of advantage here. Could there be some space on this left-hand side, or right-hand side from their perspective. No advantage gained as Loftus put in a huge tackle for Rugby School. So we'll come across for another penalty.
Stay out, please. Jack, where?
And slowly but surely, capitalising on discipline, Glantaff are making their way up the field. A sure-footed start to this second half on the Welsh side. One of the great Welsh schools, Glantaff. Particularly, actually, in recent years. Now, interestingly, man on my team sheet, number 5, Josh Courtney, for Glantaff, appears to be lining up on the right wing here, nearest to me.
Don't change your mind now, don't change.
So either the shirt numbers are mixed up, or Courtney's made moves, but Howard is making moves now at 12.
Leave it. Side entry.
Across the line go Glantaff. They were playing with advantage again, but they didn't need it. Glantaff charging over the line. And it's that man, Effin Jenkins, the skipper again. Scored just before half-time. And he scored a crucial try here early on in the second half. Howard's break got them on the front foot, having worked so much field position from penalties. And then Jenkins, similar to his try in the first half, just picking up off the breakdown and flying around the fringe of it. Ball was brought to ground here, and Jenkins just picking up around the fringe and having enough pace, enough strength and enough power over that short distance to get across the line for his second try of the game. Prickett's conversion this time doesn't quite have the legs, but his side have a very healthy now 19 points to 7 lead here. Could the final be going the way of the Welsh side? They're certainly in a strong place right now. Fisher gets us back underway. Key period of the game this. Spilled forward by Glantaff. So Rugby School with a scrum opportunity. Could they launch something just to arrest that momentum? We see Guest there trying to suggest to his side that that's exactly what they need to try and do. Decent kickoff from Fisher. Found grass, and that bouncing ball, never an easy one to deal with.
Bind! Stand up. Okay, we have to have this, okay? No more. Let's go 9, quick reset. Come on! Crouch! Bind!
We'll put in.
Set! Hold!
To Fisher, Fisher to Taberner, back to Fisher. Fisher spots a bit of space, but just as he tries to get the pass away, it goes forward.
1, 2.
Small margins there for Rugby School, so nearly through. It was a move out of the Leinster playbook there for Rugby School, and as Fisher looks to feed it to Tutel, who, by the way, I can't fail to mention this in my notes. Tutel has given me information that he failed his grade 1 piano. Quite the claim to fame. Fortunately, on the rugby field, and indeed on the cricket field, his talents are here and on show for all to see. Quite the sportsman. if not quite the pianist.
Slowing it right down. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Scrum Glantaff.
And hold.
Solid one this time. Prickett to Howard. Howard finding some space.
Play on. Backwards.
Prickett again.
And away now. Release.
Working hard to try and find just a few inches of space for his team. Up to halfway. A little bit lateral though from Glantaff, and a chance here for Rugby School to put them under a bit of pressure.
And away one.
Big tackle comes in, finished by Ollie Harrison. He's a keen boxer, and he hit that tackle like he meant it. Playing advantage now to Rugby School. And they have the penalty.
You have to stay up, okay? Penalty, side entry, 4 blue.
Fisher with the opportunity now to go to the corner. It's a good effort from a tight angle as well. Almost up to the 22. Look at that tackle from Ollie Harrison. He missed the semi-final through injury, and he was very, very keen to be back for this final.
Let's go.
Line out to Rugby School.
Stay in the 15.
Around the corner they go to Jordan Johnson. Johnson gets the offload away to Tabernet.
Tackle it out. No.
Fisher out to Harrison. Harrison makes half a break. Grucock round the fringe. Fisher over the top, but just out of the reach of Bertie Morris on the right-hand side. But Rugby are threatening again.
I've just spoken to one of the players, you can communicate.
Oh, they were inches away there. Had that fallen into the hands of Morris, he'd wager he'd have made it across the whitewash.
Bind. Set.
Glantaff with a scrum.
Hold.
We need to work hard to exit well here. Prickett charged down by Fisher. Where's it going to go? Just bounces dead.
Oh, it's gone dead. Sorry, yeah.
Referee
Gone dead, gents.
just clarifying his law book, and we will indeed have a 22.
Time off.
A bit of a pause in play. Glantaff player has gone down in the backfield.
You're the captain.
Gives us a chance to mention
I will communicate with you.
our kit suppliers, Limitless.
Yeah, that's fine. Just into 12.
Limitless are the sportswear arm of School Blazer,
Brilliant. Just tell them what's happening. Okay.
whose advert you can see in the background there on the pitch. So Limitless doing a fantastic job of keeping us warm and dry here at NextGen15, which I have to say has been rather crucial over the course of the tail end of this rugby season. Those of you that saw the footage of the Rossum Park National School Sevens will know exactly what I mean. But we are very much looking forward to trying out some of their warmer weather gear as well. Shorts and t-shirts and caps. When can we crack those out, hey? All courtesy of Limitless, who've been fantastic partners. We're about ready to get underway again with the 22. In fact, we are underway as Finn Evans launches that one up to about the 10-metre line, claimed by Tavernet.
On the way, tackler! No hands now! Ball is out.
Fisher finds Johnson. Johnson scored a hat-trick in the semi-final. Could he produce a bit of magic, maybe? Loftus, well, we've already seen plenty of magic from him. Takes 3 defenders to bring him down. Taberner throws the dummy and is still bobbing and weaving, and now finds Henry Tutal, who's across the 22. Now takes it in. But it's been turned by Glantaff. Their work on the floor has been exceptional. It might have been Gethin Dean that time. In fact, it was Josh Courtney, I believe. And Evans sends it into touch. And with every minute that ticks by, Glantaff feeling more and more confident of claiming this School Sports Magazine Under-14 Cup title. Again, they set up them all from the lineup, but once again, Jordan Johnson has got his big mitts on the ball. Goes to ground. And the work there of Jordan Johnson has given Rugby an opportunity here to launch something from the scrum. Brilliant work from the number 8. He has been a menace at line-out time all day long. Can his side capitalise from that work, or can Glantaff hold out for cup final victory? Only about 10 minutes left to go.
Set.
Crucial phase of the game. Grucock has the ball at the base, feeds Fisher, who goes to Loftus. Loftus on that hard line. Loftus is just brought down. Oh, brilliantly brought down. But the pass gets away, and Rugby School, through Fisher, have their second try, and it could not have covered a more crucial moment. Fisher launched Loftus off the set piece, but look at him track that run. And as Loftus is brilliantly brought down, he offloads to Fisher, who gets the fend away and races away underneath the posts. And a lesson there for everyone watching: when you give that pass, follow it through, and you will get your rewards. And so Harvey Fisher has, and he has a conversion opportunity here that will narrow the gap to just 5 points with about 8 minutes remaining in the final of the School Sports Magazine Under-14 Cup. Fisher's conversion is good. 19 points to 14. And we are all set for a grandstand finish here at the birthplace of the game. We see it again. It was Fisher to Loftus, and Fisher just followed through. Great offload from Loftus. Wonderful work. A brilliant fend from Fisher as well. Superb try from Rugby School. And what a finish this sets up. The Glantaff have done well to just show a little bit of smart work to take their time over this kickoff. Prickett taking over kicking duties from Evans, who's got a bit of a knock but is staying on. Knock-on advantage to Glantaff. Jenkins, the skipper. Now to Herbert. Penalty Glantaff. Referee called for a release and didn't see one. And a chance again here for Evans, whose kicks to the corner have been superb all game, and that's another absolute peach. Absolute beauty of a kick from Finn Evans. And Glantaff have an opportunity here for a score that could just do it. Ball into the line out. They set up that maul again, and it's driving forward. Ball is at the tail of it. They move it to the right-hand side now, playing with penalty advantage from the referee. Ball's gone to deck, but they're still playing with advantage. Glantaff, so they move it wide to Howard. No advantages forthcoming. So they'll go again, and will they go to the corner and set up that maul, or will they go for something a little more direct? It looks as though the direct option is what they're going for. Owen Jones, wearing 22, has come on. Into the hands of Isaac Akti. Akti, who's already got one, but he's driven brilliantly back by Jack Hall. Crucial moments these, another big tackle. Fisher with a huge tackle now for Rugby School. Glantaff and Jenkins, the skipper, moves it wide. Gathered one-handed by Brooklyn Gibbs. Ball is loose, and it's a penalty to Rugby. And going quickly is Max Tabner. And they're still playing with advantage because Glantaff went back 10. Fisher now to Loftus. Loftus, can he go from his own try line? Jimmy Loftus surging through, gives the offload away, but it just spills forward. And that Fisher-Loftus combination almost giving us a highlight reel moment there.
Forward. Let's go quickly.
It was smart work from Taberner to go quickly. Despite the position on the field, Fisher fed Loftus, and Loftus, just with that half a step off his right foot, surging forward to the halfway line. And well, if this offload could have just gone, they might have been in. Brilliant play from Rugby School. Having been under so much pressure from Glantaff. But time here, time is the deciding factor above all else. 4 minutes left to play. Glantaff with the 5-point lead. Will the cup be theirs? Or have Rugby School got one more play in the locker? Glantaff have possession with the scrum. The Welsh side have been absolutely magnificent, and this man in particular, Jenkins, has been superb. Prickett now to Howard. Howard out now to Javon Herbert. Herbert steps in. Prickett gets his hands on the ball again.
And release.
And they're into the 22 now. Glantaff. Brooklyn Gibbs to Gethin Dean. Dean is tackled. Prickett runs into Johnson and Fisher, gets the offload away to Evans. Evans gets the offload now to Howard. Brilliant ball control this from Glantaff. And just as I say that, it's spilled forward. And we will have a scrum. 3 minutes left to go now. Rugby School scrum.
Time off. Time off, gents.
And the referee, just adding to the tension and the drama, turns the time off as he gets his earpiece refitted. The famous clock tower at Rugby School strikes for 1:45. And just a moment of calm as the referee has that earpiece refitted. 2 minutes left to go, says the referee. Time back on. Rugby School need to go virtually the length. They've shown us a couple of times they've got that in the locker. But Glantaff have shown us as well that their defence is a match for what could be thrown at them. Fisher to Taberner. Taberner to Tutal, who goes over the top. Out to Bertie Morris on the right wing. Morris back to Taberner. Taberner kicks it out. And Glantaff's defense comes up on top that time around. Line out Glantaff. Uncontested lineouts, remember, at under 14s. Guaranteed ball this. They set up the maul again. It's been their go-to play every time.
Don't change, 5.
Slow moving is that maul. Playing with penalty advantage now. Oh, Glantaff.
6 white.
In their desperation to get the ball back. Rugby School just erring.
Okay, no more questions on
And Glantaff and Evans, quite rightly, going, well, we'll have another go at that then. It was a close call as Glantaff set up again. Johnson doing his best to make a mess of it.
penalty advantage, blue, 8 early.
Playing with advantage though. Oh.
Penalty advantage, 8 early. Out 15. Out 15.
Referee judging
White early. Here we are.
that Johnson had gone early that time. Big time for that call to come in. Evans goes to Jenkins. Hat-trick hunting is Jenkins.
And release.
Another
5.
penalty.
Front of the ball, entry, 5.
And again, they go fast. Johnson rips the ball clear, but it's a ripped clear and knocked on. Here's their time for the scrum. Referee's had a look at his watch. Tackle came in, but that was the earlier penalty for side entry. But then we see, in fact we won't because we're back underway, are we? Referee's just having a chat with Harvey Fisher, just explaining what that one was on, or was for rather. And we must now be in last play territory.
Bind! Okay, just calm down. You need you on the jersey. Okay? Let's go. Come on now. Just hold on. Okay? Thank you.
Glantaff
Let's complete this scrum.
have the scrum.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Hold!
Ball goes in and is hoofed clear by Jenkins, and Glantaff have done it. YSGOL Glantaff are the School Sport Magazine Under-14 Cup champions. A brilliant performance from the Welsh side. Crucial tries either side at half-time were the difference makers. Rugby School gave it everything. And when Fisher and Loftus combined for their second try, the thoughts around the close were of a dramatic late victory, but in the end it was Glantaff whose sterling defensive effort as Rugby School looked to come back earned them the field position, and then their pressure just earned penalty after penalty, and Glantaff have taken the victory 19 points to 14 here on Old Big Side. What a performance from the young Welshman. It seems a long time ago, doesn't it? But it all began with this Jimmy Loftus try. Fisher and Loftus, a deadly combination for Rugby School through this game. Glantaff came back though, Jenkins carrying close. And then Akti, the tight head, powering over from close range. All three of their tries came from close range. Their second just on the half-time mark. And it was the skipper, F and Jenkins. What a game he had. Jenkins again went over early in the second half as well. Jenkins. Rugby School, though, thought that they might just have a chance to come back into it when Loftus and Fisher combined for what was a glorious set-piece move. But try as they might, and they did have a couple of opportunities where they made great headway. Glantaff found a way to repel what Rugby School were offering, and having built that lead, they had enough to hold on to it. Some magnificent performances on both sides. For the home side, the likes of Loftus and Fisher and Johnson were outstanding. Ollie Harrison too at loose head. But for the champions, Glantaff, superb performances all round as they come towards the presentation area, and a huge travelling support that's come with them. And what an achievement it is, not just in winning this cup, but in inflicting a first defeat on this Rugby School side on home turf. And they had some superb performers of their own. Tom Prickett at fly half was outstanding. Finn Evans, superb, his kicks to the corner. In many ways, the difference maker. Every single penalty that Rugby coughed up was punished by Evans with a devastating kick into the corner. Brooklyn Gibbs and Isaac Akti, the props, stood up superbly. Gruff Dafford on the open side flank was superb. But the performance of all performances from the skipper and number 8, F and Jenkins. 2 tries, some huge defensive moments, and a captain's performance in this final of the School Sports Magazine Under-14 Cup. Glantaff, well, I told you they had a sizable crowd that came with them, and we just saw them for a moment there. They are applauding that sizable crowd with real enthusiasm here. They're going to have a bus journey home to remember, you suspect. What a way to start your summer term. Under-14 national champions. And there will be a trophy presentation in just a second. You can see it's all been lined up there as a couple of their players are somewhat walking wounded on their way across. Rugby School just gathering on the left-hand side as we look at it to receive their runners-up medals. And a word on Rugby School. It's been a superb year. Not finished the way they would have hoped, but a season to remember nonetheless. One they will never, ever forget. And this group are going to be getting ever more familiar with this old big side turf here in front of us. Some stunning players that will surely grace this field in the all-white kit of the first 15 in the years to come. And Glantaff, well, they have no doubt enjoyed their trip here to the birthplace of the game. 200 years since the game of rugby began. And while it may have begun in England, it was Wales that have really taken the bull by the horns with the game. And it's Wales 200 years on that come through one of their school sides and return home with the silverware. So the presentations are just about ready to get underway. Got players sat on the field on both sides. Well, Rugby School are running the water on, in fact. Important to hydrate. Summer is coming. See the photographer down in front of us, Nick B Images. Do go and check out his website for the photos. See the trophy there, which they will get to keep forever. A new trophy awarded every year, and every single player will receive one of these little awards. The ones on the table on the left for the runners-up, the ones on the table on the right for the champions. We can getting a bit of a speech here from one of the School Sports Magazine head honchos. It really was a tremendous game of rugby right from the off. Early sign from Glantaff of what they could offer around the fringes of that breakdown. But then Rugby School came bursting into life. Scoring that try through Loftus, but from then on, that fringe work from Glantaff was, well, it was crucial. All three of their tries coming from that work around the fringes of the breakdown. First Acti, and then that double from Jenkins. And good to see a few smiles on the faces of a couple of the Rugby School players. Tough one to take for them, but nonetheless, a superb achievement in being here, and having got so far, as the referees receive a little bit of applause. Oh, and we're thanking the ambulances now and everything. Well, there we are. Plenty of people to thank in these events, isn't there? Oh, we're getting a thank you as well. Goodness me. The entire crowd has turned to give us a clap, so you don't need to thank us. It's all about the game for us. It's all about the game. They're telling us now that it's going to get plenty of hits on YouTube. We certainly hope so. We'll do our best. Pressure's on now, isn't it? Right. Let's get these trophies handed out, hey? Rugby School receiving the runners-up. Glantaff receiving the winners. Goodness, we're thanking the parents as well. Always important to thank the parents. Without them, none of these players would even have picked up the ball in the first place. They certainly wouldn't have gotten the cars and travelled all that distance to go to game after game for school, for club, and for anyone else they might play with and alongside. Good to see a couple of the Glantaff lads have tied Welsh flags around their necks. Some things never change, do they? By the way, good chance for us to give you a bit of an update on some events coming up here on NextGen15. This Saturday we're off to the Stoop in Twickenham, because while Harlequins and Bath are playing over at Twickenham Stadium and the Twickenham Stoop, the home of Harlequins, it is the Surrey Cup Finals day, and we will be bringing you an 11:45 AM kickoff on Saturday. The final of the under-18 Surrey Schools Cup, which will see Guildford taking on Farnham. So that's 11:45 AM on Saturday, the 22nd of April. After that, we're into sevens season once again and heading to Reigate, or Old Reigations Rugby Club in Reigate, more to the point, for the Egg Chaser Sevens. That's expected to be a cracking tournament on Saturday the 6th of May, as Rugby School receive their runners-up trophies. A wonderful season for Rugby School. It's been a long one and been a glorious one as well. That semi-final performance against Queggs Wakefield will live long in the memory, as will this final, where they put in some superb performances throughout the 19-man squad. Glantaff, though, are the champions, and they are getting ready to receive their silverware. And up like a rocket was Owen Howard. Get your mitts on that. You were absolutely superb, my friend. All day long, Howard, both in attack and defence, a real difference maker for Glantaff, who collect those magnificent winners' trophies. I've just noticed there's a spare runners-up one. I wonder if we can get that in the NextGen15 offices. Probably not. Glantaff, what an achievement this is. Let it not be forgotten how difficult a challenge this was, coming up against a side that haven't been defeated at home in a fixture that was rearranged so that it could be a part of these 200-year celebrations here on the Close. In many ways, the odds were stacked against the Welshmen, but that mattered not to them, as Effin Jenkins, who for my money was absolutely the man of the match, receives the trophy and prepares to hoist it aloft. What a moment for Glantaff. We've seen their exploits throughout the age groups, but I reckon there is plenty to see, plenty to come, plenty to expect from YSGOL Glantaff in the coming years. What a performance here at Rugby School from them. They are the champions of the School Sports Magazine Under-14 Cup. We've had a tremendous day here at the Close, the birthplace of the game. And Glantaff have had an even better one. Do come and join us on Saturday, but in the meantime, thank you very much for watching here on NextGen15. We'll see you soon.
Introducing NextGen15, the new home of school rugby.
Well, where does this come from?
Covering everything the school game has to offer in both the north and southern hemispheres.
Oh, that's a great tackle! It's not good enough! 1-2, skip a few and with the wheels!
Highlighting tomorrow's stars, Next Gen 15 will be bringing you live games and regular updates of all the news and in-depth views on the global game.
What a kick! Where did he come from and how did that happen?
All your school rugby, all in one place. This is Next Gen 15.